What is going on, guys? Dustin here with another NASCAR diecast review. Today, we are taking a look at our first ever, yes, I say it, first ever Greg Biffle diecast review. This is also one of the few NASCAR drivers from my childhood and growing up watching Greg Biffle in the NASCAR Busch Series and the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. And I thought this would be a really fitting. This is the Meguiar's Car Wax diecast, the number 16 from 2014. Really nice black and yellow car from Roush Fenway Racing. Now, Meguiar's is a car wax company. Now, I use this stuff on my car and truck, and speaking of which, my car is a Ford Fusion. Ironically, it's a 2019, and I thought what would be better to appropriately review a car that we put wax on our personal rides. Now, I use Meguiar's on my vehicles, from the tire shine to car wash soap, and now they believe they came out with a ceramic wax, ceramic coating, which actually looks really amazing. So let's take a look at the car itself. Front of the car, we got that yellow splitter on the bottom with the radiator grill. Really like the Ford Fusion grill because they just look so awesome. It doesn't matter if it's the mesh or the straight lines. They just really look amazing. And we got the Ford emblem up here. And then we got the Meguiar's since 1901. You know what? It's going to be hard to believe this. It's been 120 years since Meguiar's was first founded later on this year. And it's the Car Guide Car Wax. And we got Greg Biffle's name up on the banner. We also have the number 16. Now, I know the yellow barely shows up on here because I got this white LED light on. Here's some of the contingency sponsors. We got Roush Fenway Racing. Up on the front, you can also have Mug, Mahal, Comp, and Sunoco. You can keep going back if this thing could focus some. There we go. We got NASCAR Cup Series. I think there's a little paint error on here, but that's okay. Because this is a 2014 diecast. You'll have NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. You got mechanics working. Now, there's a lot more contingency sponsors on here than the Clint Boyer diecast review I just did not too long ago, last night. Excuse me. There's also, I think, we got Duralast brakes on there. That one's pretty new. K&N, Sherwin-Williams. There are a few new sponsors on there, so let's keep going on back. Up on the B pillar, we have the Ford Go Further, 3M, Coca-Cola. We also have this little Greg Biffle sponsor here, Ace Hardware, Post-it Scotch, 3M wraps, Philibrate Scotch Blue, which basically all Scotch brands. We got Bondo on there, which is basically a fiberglass filler. If you got a dents or dings. So basically this is like a car guy's dream to have a diecast car of their favorite wax, and also a few small sponsors on here. That just, has everything to do with cars. So we got Mac Tools, got Sherwin-Williams, got Champion Spark Plugs. Then we got Meguiar's and 3M. 3M is a very, very highly respected brand. They've been around for many years. I really like these yellow lines that go from run all the way to the back. I wonder if it continues around. Yes, it does. And we got the back with the Ford Fusion with the dual tailpipes, and the taillight decals, the Roush Fenway Racing on there. Pop open the trunk, and there's the inside. We got the fuel tank. And we also got the Meguiars up here. And again on the back deck lid, we also have the diecast identification number, which is 179. And vice versa on the other side, which is basically all the same. We also have the exhaust right there, and we also have a a working suspension for the back. And there's the nylon window net in the background. We also have the inside as well, if this thing could focus. There are some gauges in there that I could see. There are a few, I think I see about 5 of them in there, but I could be wrong on that. Really like these close-up shots where you can actually manage to put a camera in there. I wonder if this car was actually waxed with Meguiars after it left the Lionel shop. Oh man, puns so much. We also have steering as well, and the coolest thing is these 2014s steering wheel, it actually moves, which is pretty amazing. Modern diecast cars cannot do that now these days. And here's the underside. We also have working shocks as well for the back and for the front as well, which is real good. I think this one is fixed. I don't know why this one is fixed, but the left side is not, which is kind of a bummer. Now the hood does open. Let me try to get my finger in there. Oop, had it open for a few seconds. There we go. We got Meguiars on the underside. And we also got that Ford V8 engine. And there's Greg Biffle's signature up on the name rail up on top of the car, and we close the hood down. Car rolls along pretty good. Now the only issue I have is that the left front shock just does not want to go up and down. I don't know if it's fixed doing that or what. I believe it might. Now, do I actually like this car? As a matter of fact, I do much pretty like this car. Pretty much like it. It's pretty basic. You know, you don't have to throw in a lot of sponsors, but of course in this case it does. So, I can't remember how many Roush Fenway cars I've done. I think I did Mark Martin, Matt Kenseth numerous times. Now I can add Greg Biffle to the list. Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch a long time ago. So it's a pretty long list of how many Roush drivers I've done. And ironically, all 5 of those drivers that I reviewed for Roush Fenway, it's actually all different cars. You can also add Ricky Stenhouse to the list because that one's also an autograph as well. So that has been the review for this Greg Biffle, number 16, 2014 Meguiar's Ford Fusion. If you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more NASCAR diecast reviews. I publish these out in any way I can, and I'll hopefully try to publish more out within a few weeks. You know, well, maybe a few days, whatever comes first. So, anyway, my name's Dustin. I will see you guys later.